Clash Royale has got rarities of some cards completely wrong, but today I will fix the rarity of every single one of those cards. I'll evaluate the cards based on their mechanics and complexity and give them the rarity they actually deserve. So let's get started. Royal Recruits. Recruits as a common card doesn't make sense. They literally drop 6 in number, cover up both lanes, and are spell resistant because of the shields. Many people consider that the introduction of Royal Recruits marked the beginning of the downfall of rarities, since Supercell was now assigning card rarities randomly and not based on the uniqueness of the cards. Which is a shame because the Royal Recruits are no less than an epic card. Goblin Drill. There's not a single legendary building in the game, but if there's a building that deserves to be one, it's the Goblin Drill. Very few people know that the Goblin Drill was in fact supposed to be a legendary card prior to its launch, but because Supercell had just released the Mother Witch before it, they didn't want to release 2 legendaries back to back. Therefore, the Goblin Drill was made an epic card, when in fact it should have been a legendary. Firecracker. Firecracker being a common card is probably the biggest mistake Clash Royale made rarity-wise. The whole concept of the card is so different. Her recoil mechanic and unique way of dealing splash damage makes her nothing less than an epic card. Battle Healer. Just because the OG healed spell was a rare card doesn't mean that the Battle Healer needs to be the same. Not only does the Battle Healer attack, she heals herself and nearby troops as well. Continuous healing is probably the most unique mechanic in Clash Royale. Therefore, the Battle Healer is one of the few cards that's actually worthy of being a legendary. Baby Dragon. It really doesn't do anything special, it's just a flying mini-tank that burps fire. There's nothing unique about the Baby Dragon mechanic-wise, so it should at most be a rare card. Skeleton Dragons. They deal massive splash damage and come in packs of 2. You can split them or use them to bait out spells. Just like the Baby Dragon, the Skeleton Dragons deserve to be a rare card. Balloon. This one can be a bit controversial. The Balloon does deal a great amount of damage, but other than that, it's a very simple card. Despite being a flying win condition, there's nothing flashy or complex about the Balloon's mechanics, so it's much better if Balloon was actually a rare card. Mega Minion. Its attack is extremely basic and it doesn't have that much HP too. Throwing balls of Dark Elixir is something that regular minions do as well, and it shouldn't qualify you as rare. Therefore, the Mega Minion should just be a common card. Giant. The Giant is the most basic tank in the game. It has immense hit points, but he's just extremely simple. Every other tank win condition has something cool about them, but not the Giant. Therefore, he should be moved down to the common rarity. Royal Giant. Okay, it makes absolutely no sense that the Royal Giant is a common card. It's literally a tank that shoots from halfway across the bridge. How many other tanks in the game do that? 0! The Royal Giant should be nothing less than a rare card. Healed Spirit. What's so special about the Healed Spirit that it's a rare card? Nothing! If every other spirit in the game is common, then the Healed Spirit shouldn't be any different. It should be a common card, without doubt. Pekka. There's nothing unique about the Pekka's mechanics. Just dealing heavy damage isn't enough. The only reason why I think the Pekka is an epic is because the mini Pekka is a rare card, and Supercell probably didn't want both of them to be of the same rarity. I'd personally like to see the Pekka as a rare card too. Royal Delivery. This card being a common is absolutely criminal. It deals unreal spawn damage and literally deploys a Royal Recruit. It has a massive deployment radius too. It does so much stuff. The mechanics of this card are insane. Therefore, it goes without saying that the Royal Delivery needs to be an epic card for all that. Skeleton Barrel. It's a fun card with a really cool mechanic. You know what else is cool though? Hitting that like and subscribe button. So, what makes this skeleton barrel so fun? I mean, it's literally a barrel that flies with hordes of skeletons inside. Yeah, that's definitely not as basic as the other common cards. Skeleton barrel should at least be a rare card. Skeleton Army. I mean, it's just a swarm. Every other swarm card in the game is a common card with the exception of guards. While guards have their shields to justify themselves as an epic card, there's absolutely nothing which differentiates Skeleton Army from other swarms, and for that reason, it should be considered as a common card and nothing else. Elixir Golem. Don't bully me for what I'm about to say next. Elixir Golem's mechanics are so unique that there's no way it should just be a rare card. I know it sucks, but it sucks in such a unique way. Splits into multiple stages and gives elixir to the opponent? Now, that's something unheard of in my opinion, worthy of being a legendary card. Tesla. By what logic is Tesla a common card? It's literally a building that hides itself underground when not attacking, making it immune to everything except the earthquake. Tesla is definitely an epic building at most. Night Witch. Despite being absurdly broken on launch, the Night Witch has been considered as one of the worst legendaries of all time. The Night Witch's rarity is a confusing topic. You see, while she may appear very similar to the Witch, who is an epic, the Night Witch remains the only card which can continuously spawn flying troops. Considering all that, I'll still like to see her as an epic card, although this can be debated for sure. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Mortar. Both Mortar and Expo function similarly, yet one of them is a common card while the other is an epic. Makes no sense, right? Mortar can literally deal splash damage from your side of the arena. If that doesn't justify it being an epic card, I don't know what will. Rune Giant. She's such a unique card with her game-breaking ability to boost the attacks of other troops. While also being tanky and dealing decent damage herself, the Rune Giant boosts the third attack of every troop in her radius. Therefore, even though she's already an epic card, I'll definitely want her to be a legendary. Rascals. This trio is a common card which, in my opinion, is quite harsh. Rascals feel like a combination of knight plus archers, with a very unique deployment pattern. In my opinion, they definitely belong in the rare category of cards. Goblin Demolisher. One of the newest cards in the game, I think the Goblin Demolisher is a really interesting card. It deals heavy splash damage and becomes a win condition at half hit points. This is one of the coolest mechanics I've seen in any card. Goblin Demolisher should be changed from rare to an epic card. Suspicious Bush. Despite the bush being bad currently, you can't deny that it has one of the coolest mechanics in the game. It goes straight towards your tower while being invisible, ignoring everything else. For 2 Elixir, it's a serious threat that always needs to be taken care of. I like the Suspicious Bush as a card concept, and it deserves to be an epic card. Wall Breakers. I like the mechanic of blowing yourself up near the enemy's crown tower, but I'm not sure if it's enough to maintain them as an epic card. Wall Breakers are better as rare if we see them purely from the card's mechanics point of view. 3 Musketeers. Although they really suck at the moment, the concept behind 3 Musketeers is something interesting. 3 Musketeers cost just over double the cost of 1. You can split them, play them in the pocket, and they will always bait out a spell. The issue with the mechanic is that it's incredibly hard to balance this card. But apart from that, I would consider the 3 Musketeers as an epic card because of so many use cases. Goblin Curse. Not gonna lie, but this card has one of the best mechanics in the game's history. It's just so fun to play, and it's great to surprise your opponent. Having the ability to turn the enemy cards into goblins while dealing damage to them is quite funny. 10 on 10 to Clash Royale for this concept, and I can definitely make a case for the Goblin Curse being a legendary card. Goblin Cage. The Goblin Cage is not your typical defensive building. Yes, it will sit in the arena and pull troops towards it, but once it gets destroyed, you get a buffed Goblin Brawler. This is a great mechanic since it allows for counterplay potential. Goblin Cage is the only building that can do this, and therefore it should at least be considered as an epic card. Tornado. It's the only spell in the game that you can use to activate your King Tower. Activating the King Tower is so crucial nowadays, and the Tornado is perfect for it. The card literally changed the way we played Clash Royale upon its release. It can pull troops towards its center and deal damage to troops and towers. Therefore, even an epic ranking is less for it. There is no denying that Tornado is totally worthy of legendary status. Battle Ram. Now, the Battle Ram has this amazing mechanic where it charges towards the tower, and when destroyed, it spawns 2 barbarians. I love this concept considering it's so unique. The charging ability of the Battle Ram is similar to those of a Prince, Dark Prince, or Ram Rider, all of those which are either epics or rares. The poor Battle Ram is more unique than most cards in the game, and I don't mind seeing it as an epic card in Clash Royale. Dart Goblin. So, while the Dart Goblin is an incredibly useful and annoying card, it doesn't really have any special mechanic. Just because it walks and shoots fast doesn't make him interesting mechanics-wise. Dart Goblin needs to join his other Goblin brothers in the common cards category. Elixir Collector. The Elixir Collector pumps out 1 elixir every few seconds, thus having this unique ability of building elixir advantages over time. As an investment building, the Collector will always force out a response, else it basically guarantees a win. The concept is stupidly unique and kinda unfair, but I guess that's why it deserves to be an epic card. Cannon Cart. An offensive card that turns into a defensive building? Okay, why is this card not a legendary? It's the only card that can do so, and it's undoubtedly one of the most unique cards Clash Royale ever introduced. It's so interesting how so many interactions change as soon as the cannon cart switches its form. The card should be a legendary by all means. The Log. Okay, so this will definitely be a highly controversial opinion, but think about it for a second. The log doesn't do anything that the other cards already do, except knockback troops. But does the knockback mean that log deserves its legendary status? The log is undoubtedly one of the best cards in the game, but here's the thing. Card rarities are not to be determined by cards' strengths, but rather by cards' uniqueness. And in my opinion, the log is unique, but only so much that it should be an epic card. Well, you know what? I just remembered something. The log can talk. Bet you didn't know that. I guess that makes it unique enough to be a legendary card. Interesting, right? If you want to uncover some more unknown facts like this about the Clash Royale lore, click on this video.